Well, Jim, congratulations. Andy Hessenthal has been very complimentary about County's performance today, and I'm sure you were impressed as well.
Yeah, it was a difficult game. It always is. Like, it's been a long, hard week for everybody, and Dover are gritty, a determined side, and what we had to do was just keep asking the right questions and just find that way through. And then once we got it, I just felt we were going to get stronger as the game went on, and that proved to be the case.
It seemed to be a frustrating first half, but Alex Reid, the introduction of him at half-time, was a bit of a game changer, really.
Yeah, but there wasn't an awful lot wrong in the first half. I think we just sort of, I don't think we're quick to recognise what our strengths are, what the opposition weaknesses might be, what's working for us. But we had plenty of chances in the first half, and we could have easily had the opening goal. Distinctly remember a couple of really good chances for Connor, a couple of half chances from set plays. So it was a little bit frustrating to come in at half time. I just felt that we needed somebody. Richie Bennett, I thought, was my man of the match. I thought at times he was unplayable today, and when he's getting those little touches and he's like setting it for John, we just needed somebody to be a little bit lively and pacey down the middle, and Alex Reid certainly gave us that.
They were dogged and determined in terms of their defending today, Dover. Do you expect to see a lot of that here at Edgeley Park this season, given that County are one of the favourites for this title?
Yeah, well, that might be the nature of most teams anyway, away from home, and with the reputation that we seem to be building for ourselves, they're obviously going to be concerned. And if we've got a really strong set of results at home or in the league, then people are going to be naturally concerned. And so we have to be conscious of what they might do to. Whether it be slowing the game down, game management, whether it be like 5 at the back, whether it be 5 in midfield, the threat they might have on a counter-attack or from set plays. So we're conscious of that, but we're going to get that away from home. We just have to find ways of recognising what the opposition are doing. I think the pre-season gave us that, and we knew how to get our teams quickly, get the opening goal, and then you might be able to play a slightly different game against teams. And we've seen that as the game went on, because once you get that first goal, we talked about the power of the first goal at home, and once you get that goal, the mentality has to change. The gamesmanship, the slowing the game down, playing in a tight shape, all has to change. And then can they play the other game then to get back in it? And if they do and they open up, then you've always got a chance of going and getting a second, third or more.
6 points out of 9, you're in a playoff place now. How important was it to get off to a good start this season?
Well, of course, our big concern was really the start. Was like the adaptation, kind of getting to see how the team really looked like on game day. So our big concern was whether we could knit them together, whether they could find a team out of a group of good individuals. And I think that we look back at Torquay, we're disappointed we didn't get something out of that game, but I think that we've shown a lot more about what we're about. I've said in my programme notes that we're very much a work in progress. I think we're still figuring out what works for each of us and how we play off each other and balance off each other. We're also trying to get to grips with both my tactics and the changing dynamics of the game, but I think we're learning all the time. We're going to get improved. I think we've got a group of players that have proven over the course of the season to be good performers, and we've got a strong group, and we also think that we've got the environment where we can keep adding to ourselves, as individuals and players. So starting was important, the transition and making sure that because I just think that as we integrate ourselves, we'll get stronger. So I'm really pleased, especially with the first 2 home games, and I don't know what the league table looks like, but you just got to try and keep collecting maximum points at home, and then see what the away games bring, and if there's an opportunity for you, go and take all the points. And but we've got 2 tough games now. Wilston away, Chesterfield away, and I know it's a really tough ask for our players. I mean, we're having to use all our subs. You can see the fatigue kicking in, and perhaps like you said about Alex Reid and Adam Thomas the other night, the power of the subs is going to be crucial this year as players get stretched to the physical limits. I know they've had players injured in previous games, and I think we maybe have to have a look at the physical pressure in which we put our players under, but I think we've got a lot of players in great physical shape, and we've got a really solid group, so hopefully that'll see us through in that consistency.
And just finally, it's the first time since 1999 that County have won their opening 2 home games in the league. Does that statistic surprise you? I know you played back in those games in '99.
Yeah, we're coming back a long days. you know, it depends on the opposition. You know, I think back in those days, Tranmere and Birmingham were decent. You know, but Halifax and Dover at this level are decent. So, given the away records that they had last year, and the results they had in their first games, we knew we were in for tough. But again, it's like I said, it's a record we're going to be proud of at home. I think last Tuesday night we showed that we can come back from a losing position. I think today we showed that we can keep a clean sheet, get the first goal, and really keep going to get the kind of gloss on the score line, which perhaps our dominance and our chances deserved. But yeah, no, look, let's make it 3 out of 3, and then you can remind me of some more records that we might be breaking. But like I said, just one game at a time. Just now we're going to Wealdstone. It's going to be a really tough place. They'll be full of the buzz of being at a higher level, and welcoming the likes of Stockport to their ground. I think it'll be their first home game as well, because the first one was called off. So yeah, it's a tough one for us, but back in work on Monday, back on the road Tuesday, and let's hope we can pick up all the 3 points.
Jim, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.